I want to share a dream that I feel like it was from God. It was about last February of 2020. I was sent a dream that I just feel like I need to share it. I feel led by the Lord that I don't need to hold on to it and I need to share it with others. So here goes. I was sent a dream from the Lord. It began with me standing outside in an open field, and I was looking up at the sky, and I noticed there was lights like stars. They were so bright, and they started falling from the sky. Like, I don't know if they were asteroids or fallen stars, but I just remember being in awe and just thinking, these are so beautiful. And I didn't feel scared or anything. I just remember just being like, oh my God, this is so pretty. And these stars were like morphing into different colors as they fell. And they had like a streaking kind of like a tail behind them as they fell. I'm not sure how to explain it, but they were so pretty. And there were thousands of them. And it seemed like as they were falling right before they hit the earth, I was immediately just taken to a different dimension, as in like it looked like the sky, but it was just all white, almost like a fog all around me. And so I was immediately taken from the field to this place, and I found myself at the knees of Jesus, or on my knees in front of Jesus, just crying and just saying I'm sorry for everything I've ever done, and I'm sorry for the way this world has treated your people and how destructive we've been to your creation. And I just remember not feeling worthy to even look up. And I was just praying, God, please forgive me, please forgive me. I was in repentance, just so sorry. And this whole time I felt like there was an angelic being on my left side. So it would have been on the right side of God. And this being was what brought me from the field to Jesus. And I remember his garments were white, and I remember them by his feet. I could see them, but I just didn't feel worthy enough to look up at Jesus. Like, he was too beautiful and bright, and I just couldn't look up at him. And I just remember saying I was sorry, and please forgive me, and I love you. And then I was immediately taken to another place. It was like almost like a big hall, like a big corridor. It was all white, and I remember just looking around and the feeling of peace and comfort and love, and it was the best feeling in the world, like no feeling I've ever felt. There was no depression or sadness or even the thought of anything negative, or did he make it or my kids make it. Like, there was no negativity or sadness or anything. It wasn't even a factor. It wasn't there. Like, it was just pure joy and happiness. That's the only way I can describe it, as in when you see your kid being born and you lay your eyes on them for the first time. It was that feeling times 1,000. And I remember feeling that way, and I remember there were so many people, but I didn't see any faces. But all these people, I felt like they were family. But they weren't my family. But I knew they loved me, and I loved them. And it was just an overwhelming feeling of safety and comfort. And I remember walking up, and I seen my Aunt Judy, and I gave her the biggest hug, and me and her hugged each other, and I remember saying, we made it, and I was crying. And then I woke up, and whenever I woke up, I was almost in tears because I didn't want it to be a dream. I wanted to go back to sleep and go back, because this feeling was so amazing. For the next few days, every time I would go to sleep, I would pray and ask God, please take me back. I want to feel that feeling again. The feeling of being in His presence was so awesome and great that you don't even think about any earthly things. You just, it's so hard to explain, but it's the most awesome feeling in the world. And God is so real, and He's forgiving, and He loves us. And I just really felt led to share this dream, because I feel like God didn't give it to me to keep to myself. He wanted me to share it with others. But in the dream, I wasn't scared at all. Like, I just remember being in awe at everything that was going on. It was just the best, most amazing, overwhelming peace that you'll ever feel. And I pray that if you're not living for the Lord, that you change your ways, because I know when I had this dream, I was not. I was so deep in sin. I was addicted to drugs. I was addicted to pharmaceutical drugs. I was destructive. I was mean. I was angry. I didn't have patience. I didn't forgive. I was always, trying to argue, and I was not the nicest person. I wasn't the nicest mom. But since I've had this dream and I've came to know the Lord, immediately after I woke up from that dream, I knew I had to get closer to God, and I didn't know how. So I prayed to God, and I asked Him to please let me find a group, or just how can I be closer to Him. And I felt led to message my Aunt Judy on Facebook, and she told me about her church, and then I started going there, and I've created, or God has sent me somewhere where I have a church family now. Like, He completely answered that prayer, and I go to church 2 or 3 times a week now, and I love it. I feel like I'm getting so much closer to God, and through this, I've learned to be more patient. I've let go of so much anger and resentment I had towards others, and I've just learned to be more thankful, because I know that it's way better on the other side. It's not even comparable to any feeling that I've ever had here on earth. But also, like I said, I was addicted to drugs, and so I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and I did slip up a few times, but after a few months, God delivered me, and I'm not on it. I don't do drugs at all anymore. I try not to ever even cuss. Like, He has worked miracles in my life, and I give Him all the glory, because I could not have done it on my own. I was so deep in sin that it's unreal. So don't give up. If you're trying to get closer to God, you will slip, and it's okay. He will forgive you. But just keep trying, because God is so good, and He loves you, and He will help you. He'll give you the strength. He'll give you everything that you can't give yourself. I just pray that everyone comes to know the Lord, because He wants you to be closer to him. And he loves you. And so do I. That's my dream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye.